Time to make the candy roaster squash pie. If you haven't already, check out how we do the puree, but I'm doing a dairy-free, so I'm getting one of the ones that still has the squash juice in it and setting it out to thaw. Make your favorite pie crust. Instructional video here if you want to make the one I did. Then gather your ingredients. I included the recipe in the description of this video. Get your candy roaster puree that you've thawed, your brown sugar, the 3 large eggs, salt, and then your pumpkin spice. If you don't have this pumpkin spice in the recipe, I give you a mix of how to make it. All right, so we're gonna make the pie filling. Just saw the ingredients, so now I'm gonna get them all in. This is that 28 ounces of the candy roaster squash puree. The main reason I'm doing these recipes is to share how to use these candy roaster squashes. We sell them around here and donate them. Now notice that was the puree that had the liquid, you probably could tell, versus the puree I drain if I'm not making a dairy-free. I make dairy-free because I have a husband who is lactose intolerant, so I have to modify a lot of recipes. I'm gonna add the brown sugar here. Add the 3 eggs. There's actually a 4th yolk in here. If you watch the pie crust part, I use egg whites for that, and instead of tossing that out or giving it to the dog today, I just threw it in there. I think it'll be fine. And then the pumpkin spice and a little bit of salt. And I'm doing this in my mixer. You could just do it with a whisk on your own. Just add it here, easy enough to do today. Good. Yeah, for this 9-inch pan, this 28 ounces is just right. If you have a smaller pan, you adjust accordingly. I'm always impressed by, the people who do this and how clean they can get their bowl. Did that pretty well. Now, I'm just gonna give it a little shake to smooth the top off. A lot of times we talk about learning things from our previous generations, but I baked a lot with my son, and I learned some things from him, and that was one nice way to get it so that the top is smooth. 55 minutes later at 375 degrees, as I lightly shake it, the center is wobbling just barely. The edges are not cracked, but you can tell that they're more done. So it's ready to take out and let it cool off before we serve it and enjoy. When I rewatch these videos, I'm always impressed by how clean it looks. This is the reality though. Curious if you are as clean as these videos or if this is your reality.